Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. What a game we have for you here. The first meeting of the year between two of the NFL's most hostile divisional rivals. This matchup always among the most anticipated games of the regular season. It's the Saints going up against the Panthers. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, with a beautiful skyline towering just to the right of us, you get a look inside Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina. A short time ago, a scene that never fails to stir up the folks here in Charlotte. Cam Newton strutting his way onto the field. His guys are fired up as they get set to go toe-to-toe with the New Orleans Saints. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they enter play here. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd. Great tailgate, great fan support.
For the visiting Saints, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Brandon, I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get him the football. So to me, that means they like the matchup that they have. They feel like he's better than the guys that are covering him.
2 plays, 2 passes. We'll see if they go back to that well. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 19 carries, 71 yards.
And that explosive run right there reminds me that last week ran the ball really well. So they're continuing to do what they did in the previous game, run the ball and run it successfully. Expect that to continue throughout this one.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking. Just have to keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. And a look now at the offense for New Orleans.
Michael Thomas emerged from Ohio State as a mature route runner and a guy with tremendous ball skills downfield. But as one veteran New Orleans Saints player told me last year, his best attribute, he cares so much about the game and is all about winning. No matter what they need him to do on the field, he's willing to go get it done.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
And the starting defense here for the Panthers.
K'Wan Short has really rounded into being one of the best defensive tackles in the NFL. What I really like about his game are his hands. When he gets his hands on an opposing blocker and locks out, he's going to end up winning that battle and either getting to the quarterback or taking down a ball carrier.
Second down, goal to go from the 6. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
Hey, they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. Whatever they said appears to have worked. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They're led out by their big-bodied electric quarterback, Cam Newton.
We talk so much about how coaches script things, especially on offense, to start a season, to start a game, whatever it is. Could they have scripted a better start in terms of playing? Offensive Player of the Week in the NFC, and his team won their season opener.
Absolutely. Perfect start to the year, but all the talk was, hey, that was week 1. Now we got to move forward.
Let's do it again in week 2. That's what he's told his teammates.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Kelvin Benjamin has to be a feature of this offense that's on your screen now.
Definitely a #1 receiver, a huge target with some speed. It's almost like go-go gadget when he goes up to get the football. No matter how you defend him, he can go just a little bit higher.
And on 2nd and 10 now.
Tight end right. Tight end right. You're going to set. Come on. You're going to set. Hey. You're going to set. Come on.
Off play action. Newton. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. A good pickup there at 22. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
A first down carry for Henry. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Ten yards still left on second down.
Strong right. Strong right. Strong right. That's it. 180.
Throwing is Newton. And he's got room. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. From the gun, here's Newton. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Cameron Jordan able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning.
And he's going to go down again. Cameron Jordan in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to... head back onto the field. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one. Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. Room here to run. The 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They fake the give. Newton. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. They'll come up now with the clock showing 3 seconds to go here in the first. They go play action here on 1st down. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And he's going to be out of bounds right at the 40. So the offense has it 1st and 10. And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Here we go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. Looks to be right around the 40. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Come on, let's go. 3 down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Come out of the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective 3rd down play to move the chains.
Come on, let's go.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He gets it to Thomas. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
On second down, here's Newton. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll go down at the 28. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Newton on third down. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th. And he motions the wide receiver. Newton now to throw. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. On 1st and 10, Newton. His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. They converted once earlier on this opening drive, but now comes a big test. 4th and goal.
That's it. 20. You got 4. On the ball.
They snap it to Newton. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Saints able to come up with a goal line stand. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in. But I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And it's 3rd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
The Saints on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Looking to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Newton on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Sheldon Rankins getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4.
Watch tight end. 4 down. Check. Hey, check three.
In motion goes the tight end. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And this one complete right side to Funchess. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Now Newton. Benjamin's got it. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. We're just 2 minutes away from Sending you to Orlando for Larry Ridley in our EA Sports Halftime Report, so don't forget about that coming up shortly.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a halftime without him, and we thank him for doing the highlights. Let's go get a snack.
20, and he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big play there on the catch and run, 35 yards.
And they pick up the first down on a fourth down play. I don't know if the defense relaxed because they thought maybe they'd stopped them on third down or if they just didn't protect the sticks very well. But, boy, that's a big-time pickup right there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. The Panthers got to go quickly. They're moving with a sense of urgency right now. On second down, there's the option going left. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know. Defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And Sturgis able to knock it through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Certainly their offense has sputtered here a little bit in the first half as they finally do get on the board, but they only have 3.
Well, at least it eases the frustration a bit, doesn't it? To be able to get some points on the board, feel a little bit better about themselves as they go into the locker room and try and regroup.
Now it's Sturgis converted on the field goal. Now he'll send this one away on the kickoff. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Brought in left side by Snead. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Fresh set of downs here.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Come on, let's go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
He'll look to throw. Caught right side at Snead. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. First down, he'll drop to throw. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Oh, he's got some breathing room. A good pick up there of 20 yards. The Saints put up 29 points a game last year, second only to the Falcons, and they're in range to get some points on this drive as well. 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. And he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the first half.
They just had to hold on to the ball.
Huge play for the defense. What a turn of events. They get the fumble return for a touchdown, the last play of the first half.
And how about the defense providing a score, amping up not just themselves, but the entire team as they head into the locker room.
And does that change the locker room speech at half?
There shouldn't be much of a speech necessary now. They've got things going their way.
And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out. Now, you folks don't know what you're missing. Missing Larry Ridley. Ready to get back, though, to this Week 2 matchup. Let's get to it. This will be fielded at the 6. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
And the wide out in motion. On second down, here's Henry. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Time running out here on the play clock. Looking to throw. Browning. And incomplete here on third down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's second down.
They always say that real estate is about location. Well, guess what? When it's a slant route, the quick ones, timing, timing, timing. Got to be able to lead your man with the football.
And the timing off right there. Threw it behind him. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together.
Let's go!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Come on, let's go!
They'll set up to throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Here's Thomas Morstead now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there. He'll take it at the 42. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Now Newton. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. 8 yards to go here on 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Browning forced out to his left. Space to run past the 20. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll try the air now with Newton. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Newton. It's complete right side to Benjamin. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
And Sturgis able to knock it through. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Here we go.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
They'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a little daylight and avoids the contact by sliding. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Shift together here from the D-line.
Come on, let's go. What? 90. What? 90.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And Olsen over the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
Here we go. What? 90.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And some room to work. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Saints add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
This will be fielded at the 6. And some room to roam now. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
It's the 3rd quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The 20. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got this one down to the 10. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Now, I can't imagine any celebrations being any bigger than your first NFL touchdown. And this rookie running back is still seeking his. He's not going to get it on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. Desperation time. Newton, 4th down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal. Throwing is Newton. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. It's the former Tar Heel back here in Carolina, Robert Quinn. In there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Now Newton on 3rd and goal. And the pressure gets to him again. Sheldon Rankins in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal. Now brings up a decision on 4th down.
So an interesting call there to take the 3. I guess they're thinking their hands were tied, but in the 4th quarter, that field goal, it really might not help them much at all.
Yeah, I mean, you still need a touchdown. Another field goal does you no good, so it'll be interesting to see what the media reaction is if the score stays where it is.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Well, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Come on, let's go! Brand 38!
He'll look to throw. And to the tight end, Olsen, right side. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Saints on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That was a terrific job by the defense stopping them on 3rd and short. But sometimes you get some visual cues from the offense because when they're going in short yard situations, you might see the offensive line come in tighter together, a little more shoulder to shoulder, trying to wedge a hole in the middle. They didn't get it done on that play.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
On 1st down, Newton. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. Completes it to Benjamin. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been stymied left and right, converted only 1 time. This is 3rd down and 12. Play clock winding down. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey, and that's complete to Jesse James. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Now a 1st down throw for Newton. Taking a shot for Samuel, and nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And he motions the wide receiver. Off play action. Newton. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a 1st down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, 1st down. 1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. The Saints on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Let's go!
Back to throw. Snead's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big off.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
They go play action here on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
When we start looking for big-time corners, we're going to start with athleticism, but without technique, you're not going to make plays as one we just saw there.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. Throwing again. Newton. He sets to fire deep. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And James has it. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time. Newton on first down. And that's complete to McCaffrey. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Four yards remaining now on second down.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. We're set. 180. Four down.
In motion right comes Funchess.
Check motion.
Again, Newton. That is caught at the 7. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal. Newton throwing again. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Panthers have got it back to a one-score game. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And this is back to a 5-point game. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On the ground, this is Kamara. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
As to you said big 3rd down, I'd put the word big in capital letters here. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. That is not going to be any help as they dump it behind the line of scrimmage. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is fielded inside the 5. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Back to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. He's back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Cam trying to rally his guys to the line as quick as he can. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it down to the 32. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. They'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and they're going to face a third down. He'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Now Newton. And he whips that one incomplete there. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. That'll bring up second down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Now it's Newton. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Now whistles here, and I think the offense has just used their third and final timeout of this second half. They have. And they will line up now for the 2-point try. Newton. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So they're unable to stretch it to a 3-point lead. Now you got to be careful on the kickoff because a field goal obviously beats you.
Definitely, and that's why they went for 2. They wanted to make sure a field goal wouldn't beat them. Now they're in a position where they've got to cover well and make sure they don't get into range and put one through the posts.
This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. They'll set up to throw. And Olsen over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now they burn the timeout. And they're kind of in that gray area where they might be able to get 2 plays in, but maybe just 1 play left in this ball game. We'll see. He's going to let it fly. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down. One final shot now. I'm not even sure he can get it to the end zone, though, from this distance.
That's going to take as much arm as he has, and you actually have to plan for the contingency. Maybe you're playing a tip. Try and get someone down who can tip it up and keep it for your own team and try and get to the end zone that way.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Panthers, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the Washington Redskins. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Panthers are winners here as we say so long from Charlotte.